It's the 27th of May 2025, and we're celebrating children on today's Children's Day. We've talked about this long enough that we're having a special debate competition on Lagos Talks 91.3 FM, and the competitors are ready. They are prepared. I had earlier engaged them before Beyond the Game. We just had a chit chat about social media because that's what the topic for the debate is about. The topic specifically is social media a pro or a con to education? That is it an advantage or a disadvantage to education? And we have representatives from Antioch International School and David Hall's International College to debate this topic today. Representatives for David Hall's, who will be speaking against or speaking in support of the fact that social media is a con to education, are Emmanuel Divine and Craig Christabel. And for Antioch International School, we have Okinedo Michelle and Abubakar Hawao. They'll be speaking for social media as a pro to education. Well, I am not in the studio alone. I have the one, the only Trust Sean Inonse with me here. He will be debate master now? Debate master. He'll be driving the debate competition today on Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. Hi, Trust. How are you?
Hi, Oiza. How you doing? Hope everything is going on great. And I'm really, really excited to do this. It always takes me back to when I used to debate from primary school, secondary school.
Oh, you used to?
Yeah, I used to.
Wow.
You won't even believe I debated even in university and even outside university.
Wow.
So more often than not, I refer to myself as a professional debater.
What were the topics you debated? Farmer is better than teacher?
Me. I know. I'm way bigger than that.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm way bigger.
So AI in the world of technology.
Exactly. Like we debated international politics, we debated tech, we debated different situations. And just like the kids here now, like let's debate tech, social media. So this when we don't do farmer teacher, men is better than women. We don't do it.
Okay.
Until too will not be. Yeah, so it's a pleasure. May 27, 2025. Again, this is our annual debate competition between, of course, brilliant secondary school students. So, of course, show us their speaking dexterity and how they, of course, maneuver with their words and how their words can serve as bullets that, of course, shape or reshape the nation and, of course, foster conversation in the world that we live in today. The power of words. Of course, it's the same words that likes of them Shakespeare, the likes of the great authors Chimamanda Adichie, the Wole Soyinka. These are the words they use to shape conversations. And of course, our kids, leaders of tomorrow, of course, recognizing them as the leaders of tomorrow. But at the same time, we are definitely honoring them for today because it is important for us to also honor them today. And today, of course, we're having two great schools who have proven their mettle in different capacities. They've been one has been in our competition before, in our debate competition, while one is also making their first appearance. You can call it their debut appearance in this debate competition, which is Antioch is definitely a school that has attended, I think, once or twice. And David Hall, of course, making their first appearance on the Lagos Talks debate competition. Let's see if Antioch will show that we've been here and we know how it is done. Or, of course, David Hall showing, oh, you only won or you only did well because you were not there the last time. Very, very important. So,
Interested.
yeah. Or is that? Trust me, it's going to be a really, really fun time.
Well, I look forward to it. I can see that our competitors are ready.
Yeah, they're gearing up.
They are prepared, and we can't wait to hear their points. Of course, we have our judges, right?
Yeah. So we have our judges. Of course, the lead judge will be, of course, the lead HR of Mega Electrics Limited. She is Mrs. Chidi Obiejesi. We'll also be having Oluwafemi Faraway, and of course, Dayo Oludayo also be. It's a 3-man panel, and of course, there are requirements on how this debate is going to be judged, and we'll want to invite the lead judge to step to the microphone. So, of course, explain so that at the end of the day, when we announce results, they will not be saying, it's Ojoro, we don't know how they judged it. So, Mrs. Chidi, thanks so much for honoring the invitation.
Thank you very much, Trust. It's a pleasure to be here. And welcome, ladies and girls, to our 2025 annual debates. You are all welcome. So,
Thank you.
to pick the best, we'll be assessing you on 5 different criteria written out here. I'm going to mention them and explain so we are clear on the areas for assessment. One of the criteria is organization and clarity, and this refers to your viewpoints and responses, how you outline both very clearly and in an orderly manner. Is that clear? The other criteria is the use of arguments, reasons you give to support your viewpoints when you make your points. Then the third is the use of examples and facts. We expect that we'll be assessing you based on the examples and facts you give to support the reasons and your references. Then the fourth will be the use of refutal. Arguments made by the other team are responded to and dealt with effectively. So you are going to be responding to argument made by your counter team and how you do that. Then the last but not the least is the presentation styles. So the tone of your voice, the use of gestures, and the level of enthusiasm you display, whether they are convincing to the listeners. So having said that, the 2 teams I see here today look like all of them are winners. I wish you ladies luck, and I would say, let the best team win. Thank you very much.
And who will be the best team?
Thank you. Over to you.
Thanks, Chidi. We really, really appreciate. You should understand the ARE debating model. Yeah, ARE debating model tells you assertion, reason, and evidence. So if you say a boy is better than a girl, that is an assertion. You then have to prove it. Why? That is your reason. Now, after saying reason, you then have to show me evidence. That is your example and facts. So that clearly is what the chief judge just outlined to you. Assertion, reason, evidence. Note, each speaker has 5 minutes to speak because we have 2 speakers. Then after the 2 speakers, after we're done with both speakers from both teams, we now have a rebuttal speaker that will come up for 3 minutes to rebut the arguments of the other team. And of course, you're rebutting for your team. I hope that is clear, ladies.
Yes, sir.
So it is clear. It is great. I also let listeners know that in these both schools, which I don't know if it's sad, but both schools don't have a single male among them.
Breaking news. Duh.
Both schools. I know Isa is happy.
Duh. That's to tell you that women are doing what? Ruling the world. Who run the world?
Girls.
Please go on.
At this point, I feel like running away from this studio. Guys, you won't believe that I'm the only boy sitting in this studio.
Well, the photographer is a man.
He doesn't count.
Both of them. Oh, really? Okay. You have your debating pictures.
He doesn't count. All right.
So before we go on, let me quickly announce to our competitors that it is important that you remain silent when your representative is speaking, or even if it's the other team, okay?
Yeah.
So that we can hear what they're saying clearly. So please be silent when anyone is talking to the microphone. And to our competitors, again, it's 5 minutes, so it's important that you put your thoughts together. Try as much as you can to put everything together in 5 minutes. Also, it's noteworthy to say that this inter-school debate is sponsored by WHX Lagos. They're the reason this is happening. They are the new identity for West Africa's leading healthcare event. They're formerly known as Medic West Africa. They're shaping the future of healthcare delivery, innovation, and investment in Nigeria and across West Africa. Okay, I think
that's WHX Lagos.
Yes.
So who else if not WHX? They are the best. Simple. Yeah. So like you rightly heard, no noise. And if you have to, let's assume someone in your team said something that was really profound, don't clap. The best you
snap.
can do is snap. Do you get me? Snap, let's hear. Can you guys snap? Fantastic. It is the best you can do. If the person is done speaking after 5 minutes, you can now clap. Do you understand? But during the person's speech, you mustn't clap. Are we clear? Yes. And if you clap, that is not your team. Anyone that claps, you have points deducted from your team. If you clap, you have points deducted. So let's be clear. And that's a ground rule.
Okay.
So, are we ready to rumble?
Yes.
That doesn't sound like it. Are we ready to rumble?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, beginning the 2025 annual school debates on Lagos Talks 91.3 FM with the motion or the topic, social media, a pro or con to education. You all will know the ruckus that education has caused on social media for the past few weeks. The jam situation, people talking about failing, and of course, blaming it on different situations. I don't want to give any sort of argumentation to any team, but you see, Auntie Ayo will be speaking for the motion, while David Hall will be speaking against the motion. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mamas and papas, welcome the lead speaker for Auntie Ayo to the microphone.
Okay. And your time starts now.
Good day, everyone, esteemed judges, accurate timekeeper, worthy opponents, and my fellow debaters. My name is Okinedo Mitchell from Antia International School, and I'm delighted to argue on behalf of the affirmative team that social media is a pro and valuable asset in education. Social media encompasses online platforms that facilitate interaction, sharing, and collaboration. Today, we'll examine the benefits of social media in education, and we are convinced that it offers numerous benefits, including access to vast resources, enabling collaborative teamwork, and enhancing student engagement. Let's explore the benefits of social media in education together. Firstly, I would like to highlight that social media provides access to extensive resources, including educational content, online courses, and expert insights. Social media platforms like Coursera, EDX, Khan Academy, and Crash Course offer courses from top universities around the world and provide engaging video lessons and tutorials. This was very advantageous in the era of COVID-19, where everywhere was on lockdown and nobody could go to school to learn. Secondly, I also like to point out that social media helps foster global collaboration by bridging geographical gaps, connecting students with peers, teachers, and experts worldwide. Social media helps provide instant messaging, video conferencing, and live streaming capabilities through global collaboration. Social media can also enhance problem-solving skills by working with students from diverse backgrounds and equip students with teamwork and collaborative skills by interacting with students from diverse cultures. Thirdly, I also like to emphasize that social media can offer resources for students who are trying to learn with disabilities or remote location with easy connection with peers and educational resources. Lastly, it's also important to know that social media helps students with timely evaluation by helping students save time from visiting cyber cafes to access information and complete homework, and allowing them to access those information on their devices anywhere, anytime. In conclusion, the affirmative team firmly believes that social media is a potent and indispensable tool in education. By harnessing its potential, we can create a more inclusive, conducive, and resource-rich learning environment, ultimately enhancing education. Thank you.
That's some fantastic presentation from the affirmative team and CIO. It was great to learn some couple of points that the pros that social media has in stock for us as regards education. Hi, let's see. David Hall definitely has a response. David Hall, do you have a response?
Yes, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's welcome David Hall from the opposing team.
And your time starts now.
Education is meant to sharpen mind, but social media always scatter them. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges and respected opponents, my name is Emmanuel Divine from David International College. Today, we're here to discuss a critical issue that affects us all: social media as a con to education. According to recent study, social media, it can lead to distraction, but it causes failure to education. This surging statistic raises a crucial question. Is social media a hindrance to education rather than a help to education? Let me give you a brief on what social media means. Social media refers to online platforms and tools that create, share, interact content, and get information to a vital environment. As we all know, social media has become an integral part of a modern life, with billions of people around the world using platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter to connect, share, and create. However, when it comes to education, we firmly believe that social media is a con and not a pro to education. The reason why I said that, because platforms like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram are big distractions to education. If you notice, you want to read and use 3 hours to your social, like you want to read now. Before you know, they'll be sending you and your data. They'll be sending you notification like Snapchat, and they'll be sending you try this lens video for divine or all these things, and which can cause you distraction like that, and you're not able to focus on what you want to study. We all believe that social media has a bad influence on education because it distracts students from learning, undermines critical thinking, media literacy skills, and perpetuates cyberbullying and social isolation. Throughout this debate, we will present evidence to you that social media can lead to decrease in attention span, reduce academic performance, and increase stress level. We will also discuss how social media can perpetuate misinformation, undermines teacher-student relationship, and creates a culture of distraction and addiction. From my observation of people using social media, I've noticed that some people seem breathed when they are asked to switch off their smartphone, which is not good. The more time you spend on social media can cause on social bullying, social anxiety, cyberbullying, emotional exposure to content that are age appropriate. Just like when I was searching on assignment, they gave us assignment when I went to Chrome. I searched something before, they were sending me inappropriate images, and which can lead to discussion, which have made so many students to watching pornography and all this thing, which is not good. That's why I'm coming out to oppose the motion that social media is a con to education and it's a big distraction to education. Honorable judges and respected opponents, we have seen that social media is a con and not a pro to education. We urge educator, policy making, and stakeholders to prioritize the well-being and academic success of our students, of our life. Let us work together to create a brighter future for our students who are struggling with social media. Thank you.
What a fantastic presentation by David Hall International College. We really, really appreciate that presentation. It is worthy of note that we should try as much as possible for our delivery to be extemporaneous, not necessarily reading verbatim from our pages, because we want to foster clear and precise on the spot delivery. So if that can happen, we'll really appreciate it. But just in case, maybe we will understand. Maybe. I didn't say we will understand. Just maybe. But ladies and gentlemen, we are really, really, really excited with this debate we are getting. Of course, we are having from these two brilliant schools. And of course, two brilliant speakers have come forward to definitely marshal out the arguments about social media being a pro or con to education. Let's see what the second half of the debate has for us as we invite the second speaker who will be speaking for the motion and speaker from Auntie Ayo International School. Oiza, time.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Your time starts now.
My name is Hawawa Bokari, student from Antia International School, and I stand before you today to engage in a vital discussion about social media, a transformative force in our modern society, and I'll be supporting the motion. Firstly, I would like to ask, what is social media? Social media refers to an online platform which allows its users to create, share, and interact with content, information, or interact with one another. As you can see, currently, I'm interacting with people outside, which is one of the help of social media. So I'll be highlighting my points why social media is a pro to education.
Firstly, do you know that social media enhances communication between teacher and students, allowing for immediate feedback outside the classroom? It allows for immediate, not only feedback, discussion, questions outside the classroom. Secondly, collaboration and networking. Do you know that students can collaborate with peers on projects, they can share ideas, they can build network, which is beneficial for the future academic and career opportunity? Thirdly, real world learning. Social media exposes students to real world learning. Now, what do I mean by this? We have people that are in press club. So through the help of social media, they get information about things happening around the world, which really helps them to know more about what is happening in the world. Fourthly, networking opportunity. Students can network with peers on education, projects, and they can even network with professionals worldwide, that is educators that are even outside the country where they are, and it will allow them to have more and expanded learning experience and allow them to have opportunity for mentorship. Lastly, social media provide wealth to education. Now, what do I mean by wealth of education? Wealth of education is referred to as the videos, the online courses, the educational tutorial which is being provided by social media that allow students who don't understand projects or assignments or works given to them in school to understand it more better through the help of social media. So I believe with this point of mine, I've been able to brainstorm you, but not to brainwash you, that social media is a pro to education. Thank you.
What a fantastic delivery from Auntie Ayo International School, letting us see reasons why, of course, social media can be a pro in our day and age. Notes, so everyone should prepare for their rebuttals, because someone else from Auntie Ayo will be coming to rebut, and as well as, of course, David Hall for 3 minutes. Let's not also forget that we have 5 minutes. There is no point not using your time if you have much to say and if you had not stopped at 5 minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, second speaker from David Hall International College. Let's come to the mic. Are you ready?
Okay, your time starts now.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges, fellow debaters or participants, and my fellow students. My name is Greg Christabel, a representative of David Hall International College, a second speaker, and I'm here to prove why social media is a con to education and not a pro. To start with, what is social media? Social media are online platforms or tools that are used to create, share, and pass information around the world. Examples of these online platforms are Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and so on. Social media, now to the point at hand, why social media is a con. First, we have cyberbullying. Yeah, social media has its ups. Social media has its ups, but it also has its downs. One of it is cyberbullying. Most of the points that have been proven today are mostly of the ups. The downs are cyberbullying, such as the students tend to get traumatized when they are bullied online. Some of them may not initially be affected by physical things, but cyberbullying actually has a concrete effect on them. Secondly, we have misinformation. Information can be passed wrongly during social media. You can see like a trend. Mostly on TikTok, people post images of people rip this person or RIP this person. It doesn't make any sense. People tend to get misled or by such information. Secondly, distractions. Like my formal, like the first speaker said, it tends to distract the students. Like you can say maybe it's the users that matters, but rather all those notifications that they send to them. If for example, like I choose to study with ChatGPT and I get a notification from Snapchat that they liked your video, or notification that this one they followed you, it tends to distract their mind and makes them multitask, making them splitting their mind between schoolwork and social media. Social media also it can also send appropriate images, though you may say it's the user they've entered so sites, but still apps like Twitter, which is a very broad app, which can also send Twitter and Chrome, which can send such images to you. At a young age, we students should not be exposed to such an appropriate thing. And also, in conclusion, I would just say that social media causes so many disadvantages rather than advantages. Though there are profits, but the loss is too much.
That's fine. Thanks so much, David Hall, for letting us know why social media can be a con, right? Or can be negative. Everything is English. Can be negative, harming education. So, it's time for rebuttals. Are we ready? Auntie Ayo, are you ready for rebuttals? Who then is doing the rebuttals? So, let's welcome a speaker from Auntie Ayo International School to help us with rebuttals. Note, you have just 3 minutes. Yep. Are you ready, Raisa? 3 minutes. Yeah. So, as we prepare for this time, let's note that what we do have is rebuttals. At this point, we don't entertain any more argumentations. You can't bring any new arguments. All you can do is to tell us, my opponents say this is why I think it is wrong, and these are my reasons. You can't come and tell us something new that we've not heard in the debate. Is that clear? That is what rebuttal is all about. No new argumentation. Strictly rebutting what your opponents said. So, 3 minutes. Are you ready, Oiza?
Okay, are you having the same representatives?
Yeah, you can. Anybody can come. Anyone can come out from their school. That's fine.
Okay, so let's have Auntie Ayo. Are you ready?
Ready.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. The opposing team made mention of how social media can undermine student-teachers interaction, and I highly disagree because, like I made mention before, social media provides us with instant messaging, video conferencing, and live streaming capabilities. And I believe that ultimately enhances students-teacher interaction by allowing teachers, for example, now, teachers in Nigeria can get feedback from teachers in Canada, America, and different other countries. So I believe that social media broadens the range of interaction between students and teachers, and they can even get more feedback from experts worldwide through online messages and online platforms. So I highly disagree with the points that my opposing team has made. Thank you.
Okay. Just one rebuttal from Auntie Ayo International School. Let's see what David Hall has for us as some form of rebuttals to the points Auntie Ayo laid before now. Note, again, David Hall, you can't bring any new argumentation to these debates. All you can do is to rebut what your opponent has said. So, my opponent said this is what I think it is wrong, these are the reasons why I said so, and if you have evidence, facts, statistics, example, feel free to drop it. Are we ready? David Hall?
Okay, David Hall, your representative.
David Hall, rebuttal, your representative.
Do a favor.
Or do a favor. All right, fantastic.
Okay, you're having a different representative.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, are you ready, do a favor? Or is that ready for your time?
Okay, your time starts now.
The supporting team made mention of apps that will make you give you knowledge. Sometimes social media is not all about gaining knowledge, and social media is not all about gaining knowledge. Sometimes social media is not all about gaining knowledge. There are some disadvantages of social media, which are, as my teammates mentioned, cyberbullying, misunderstanding. For instance now, social media, there are some like TikTok. To play one of my classmates, he wanted to play prank on my fellow classmates and made mention of.
Take your time.
Use your paper. It's fine. Continue.
2 minutes more.
Let's go. You can do this. Let's go. Are we good? Can you go again? Are you ready? breathe, breathe, breathe. You can do this. Can we go? Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Social media is an high entrance to education. It distracts students from learning, it undermines critical thinking and media literacy skills, and perpetuates cyberbullying and social isolation. Throughout the debate of a supporting team, they made present of evidence of social media apps which will make students to be focused in education. But no, social media, there have been a lot of disadvantages of social media. I know there are advantages of social media, but there are also disadvantages of social media, like cyberbullying, misunderstanding. All these are created by social media. So what I have to say is, though social media has its advantages, it also has the disadvantages to students. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Duru, for that presentation. You see, that is why it's always important. When things happen, you keep on going. Because, of course, you can always bring something meaningful at the end of the day. Never give up. You might choke, you might feel, but keep going. Hi, Oyiza. I want to believe you enjoyed every bit of that.
Yes, I have. I mean, it's been quite a challenge, the tension, the emotions, and you can tell the palpitation of their heart. I can literally hear it, their hearts beating. But I mean, that's the fun of the whole thing, I remember when I was in secondary school.
Did you debate?
Okay, so who is the next representative that's supposed to?
We are done with representatives.
Okay, so when I was in secondary school, I was a very shy girl, I would rather go for spelling bees and quiz competitions than do debates, because I'm not about to stand before people and present a point. But quiz gives you that comfort of sitting, and you're literally just facing the quiz master, taking the question, providing your answers, and even if it's spelling bees. But for debates, I rarely did. So I commend them. It's not a small work, to put your points together, try to present it as clear as possible.
For them to do what you didn't do when you were little, you should give them 20,000 naira each.
Wow, yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. So, I'll see what I can do about that. Okay, so we have our final rebuttals to do right now. Are our representatives ready for that?
Do we have one?
Do you have any other rebuttals?
Do you have a rebuttal from Auntie Ayo again? One more rebuttal from Auntie Ayo and David Hall. One more rebuttals. You can bring any other person. One more rebuttals. 3 minutes.
So we're giving you the chance to, beef up your points.
Exactly. 3 minutes. Auntie Ayo, do you have any?
Okay.
Do you want to do this? Are you ready? One more rebuttals per school.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Oiza, are we good with the timing?
Okay. David Hall, are you also ready? Do you want to go for your
Are you
final?
also ready?
So this is the opportunity for you to put together whatever points you have that you think would make your presentation or your debate so far
a whole lot better.
Better than it was. So we're giving you the opportunity to do this. It's very optional. You can choose to take it
not
or not.
If you think you're good, you've won already.
Can we have everyone in the studio, please? Can we have our representatives in the studio? In the studio. Please, can we have the door closed? Thank you. All right, so Auntie, are you ready to do this?
Yes.
Hey, welcome, Bello Amidat from Auntie Ayo International School. Let's go.
The time starts now.
So the opposing team made mention of distractions while surfing the internet, but that is a lie. If parents actually set up parental controls on the phone, notifications like that won't pop up, and you can actually off notifications on the phone. Also, the main mention of our point saying we said something about apps that facilitate communication between parents and students or with teachers, but we mentioned platforms, not apps. Also, cyberbullying depends on the people, not social media. Thank you.
Three punchy rebuttals. You understand? That's how. You see, that's why it's good to strategize. You understand? You tell your coach has given you some strategy. Oh yeah, Lube, nothing moving. But hey,
Okay.
David Hall is here.
Are you
David
ready?
Hall is here to say that what Auntie Ayo said is nothing. We have more. You understand?
Your
All right,
time
your time starts now.
Okay, so the other team made mention of, as they now said again, platforms. So yeah, those platforms are actually helpful. But what if the people in the like has otherwise intentions, like bad intentions? Because now on social media it's easier for what word do I use? Yeah, it's easier for all this molestation or like I said, cyberbullying. It's easier because of it is online, and online is not something that will say it's physical though. There's a story I heard of a girl who chatted with a guy that she didn't know. Like when earlier they said they love Snapchat, she chatted with a guy she didn't know. They planned to meet up and she got killed. So this is just an example of the disadvantage of social media. Though it has disadvantages, but the disadvantage is way higher than the advantages, because the effects or psychological effects it could have on the students is way more than the advantages. So it's better to play it safe than sorry. Thank you.
Fantastic, David Hall. What a strategy. That's why we give them time. Go and talk to your teachers. Come back. Give us something harder. And of course, they lived up to the billing. As our judges, of course, they will be there collating the results. We want to let the students, of course, no, okay, since these judges are out there, the students can stay here because you mustn't see what the judges are doing. That is the, what do they always call this in Yoruba? Is it Ebola or something? There's something that you cannot see the juju that is being done. Yeah? Or is that help me now?
I'm not Yoruba last night.
Exactly. You cannot see Oro when you cannot be going outside to be dancing. Masquerade is dancing and you are watching the masquerade that is dancing. It's not possible. So you have to stay here while the judges collate their results and they announce the winner. Lo and behold, the winner of today's debate goes home with a whopping 100,000 naira, while the second goes home with maybe a handshake or something. I don't know. Second, you think you deserve to win something if you come second?
Well, who is that?
Wait. Who will come second here today?
You don't know.
You don't know?
Yes, sir.
Who will win?
You don't know.
That's the problem. That's why both of you are not winning. You are not even confident that you will win. You see the problem? These are the issues. Guess what happened yesterday? What is that?
Yeah.
So one of the schools, I won't mention the school. So one of the schools authorities, they were talking to me, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, and she was telling me that, oh, the students, I were asking them, if we win the prize, will you take the money from us?
You know, I remember when we were children, when we have end of the year parties like that, and your team, maybe you participated in the Igbo cultural dance,
right,
or Yoruba cultural dance,
right,
and you dance all you can, you get money, and it's dropping on the floor. Somebody is packing it. You don't be happy. I recently saw a video of a boy. I think he was doing a presentation on stage and he was being sprayed. This boy was going down and picking his money inside his pocket.
In this big 2025.
Gone are the days. On Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. We have our results out and our judges are here to announce the winner or otherwise of the debate competition. We have our judges. Trust, would you like to introduce our judges again?
Yeah, I love introducing judges. Because of course, when you introduce judges, you are in a space where you are in a space where you need to let the tension to go high or to go low, and that is what I love to do. Do you understand? So yeah, like I said earlier, we had 3 judges. We had Mrs. Chidi Obiejesi, we had Obafemi Faraway, and of course we had Dayo from, of course, our production department. Mrs. Chidi is from our head of human resource department, and of course Obafemi Faraway, you will know him from the sports zone, Onijogbo, from the sports zone, the sports analyst, broadcaster, of course, from our sport department. So we'll be announcing categories by categories. You remember the last time we discussed that we had different categories, and we'll be announcing what each team scored, because it was a team sport, to be fair, and what each team scored category by category. And to do that, Obafemi Faraway will get the honors.
Hello, Trust. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
And that's a lot. I don't have the honors. My guy is here, so my guy.
So
what we did was we shared it into two places.
Okay.
Right? So I'll take one school. She'll take one school.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And just like Oize mentioned, they're great competitors, and everyone is a winner. And it's Children's Day. I think the effort, the idea, the thoughts they put in, the research, and that's the most important thing. We always say this, that research is the most important thing. That if you're going to go anywhere in any field whatsoever, be it broadcasting, be it academics, you have to know how to research. And I must give them credits because both angles have their positive and their negatives, and they came out with some very good points.
Right.
So to get into the result, because before I start my own speech, let me quickly do it and just move on. So I'm going to be doing David Hall, right? I'm going to be reviewing the performance of David Hall. And to be fair, I loved the thoughts. I loved the position they took because talking about the cons of social media is no means fit in this time and age. But they put out some very good ideas. In organization and clarity, we scored them 11 for organization and clarity.
Over
That's
what?
About viewpoints, responses, and outline both clearly and how orderly it comes forward.
Right.
For use of arguments, we gave a 16 for them. Now, the reasons for the angles that come with uses of arguments is reasons given to support a viewpoint, and the viewpoint they were pushing for was why social media is bad, right? We also went for use of examples and facts. That's talking about the facts they were given to support the position they were taking, and the references they threw forward with it. We scored them 15 for that one. Then presentation style, talking about tone of voice, use of gesture, level of enthusiasm, and how convincing they are to those of us listening, the audience. We scored them 12. Now, I saved the best for last, use of rebuttal and all. The rebuttal was the arguments made by the teams and how they responded to what was said earlier. We scored them 12 for that. So that's a grand total of 66 for David Hall. And I thought it was very good.
David Hall, 66
Very
of
good.
100. So, Auntie Ayo.
Great. Good afternoon once more. And like Femi said, our debaters did very well. The points were punchy and they brought out very relevant points.
Right.
I will be announcing the scores for Auntie Ayo. I have with me here Auntie Ayo, organization and clarity. The speakers were quite clear and audible. And we scored them 22. Use of arguments, that's over 30. Trust.
Okay.
Yes. Use of arguments. We also noticed that when they came forward with their counterpoints and points to reasons why they took the positions they took. They also did quite well, and they scored 17 over 30. Use of examples, that was quite frequent in their speech. They scored 18. Use of rebuttals, even both the first time and the second round, they scored 17. And presentation style, we found out also, we agreed that they used various presentation styles, and as such, they were scored 19.
So total?
They got a total of 93.
So, ladies and gentlemen, who wins?
It is therefore my pleasure to declare Auntie Ayo as the winner of this debate, our 2025 champion. Thank you very much, and thank you to David Hall.
That's the champion, Auntie Ayo International School. I think this shows that the first time I think Auntie Ayo is winning this debate, and it's our pleasure. This time around 2025, we give it up for Auntie Ayo International School, despite David Hall putting a very, 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 very great performance. But of course, Auntie Ayo came out tops. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, stand up for the champion of the day, Auntie Ayo International School.
Woo!
that's amazing. That's amazing. And congratulations to Antioch International School. Of course, congratulations to David Halls too.
Of course.
They put up a good fight, but you know what they say, in every competition there is a winner. It just shows that there is a winner. A winner has been chosen.
Yeah.
It doesn't render any of the team pointless or less than the other. Okay, so I guess this is where we call it a day on the
debates. This is where we call it a day on the debates. But of course, the Children's Day celebration is still on, or is that?